In this video, we are going to be talking about the parent and grandparent sponsorship program for people who want to sponsor their parents or grandparents to come to Canada. Now, there's been an announcement on September the 8th, and there are changes that are coming, and this program is opening up soon. So if this is something that interests you, listen up and watch this video to the end. So the parent and grandparent sponsorship program kind of operates like a lottery. So what the program does is allows permanent residents or citizens of Canada to sponsor their parents or grandparents from their home countries and bring them to Canada as permanent residents. Now, on the surface, it looks kind of simple. Let's pick this program apart. So first of all, it is like a lottery. So the government will say, this year we are accepting 10,000 applicants or 10,000 sponsorships or sponsors for parents and grandparents. So they open up the application or the interest to sponsor form, because what you do is, as a permanent resident or as a citizen, you submit an interest to sponsor your parents. When they open that up, it's usually like very small window. Like the last time it was like a few days, maybe a week even. And sometimes on the very first day, the cap is reached. Okay. So they open it up and everybody can go online and submit an interest to sponsor. When they opened this up back in 2019, it broke the internet. The cap was reached in 11 minutes. Okay, in 11 minutes, it closed. So if you didn't submit your application within that 11-minute span, you were screwed. So you submit an interest to sponsor. You enter a pool, and then they randomly pick 10,000 applicants from that pool. So it's literally a lottery. I don't know if they have anything in behind the scenes to kind of target people, but as far as they have notified us, it is all random, and they just randomly choose. Now, the biggest thing about this program is that your proof of funds and showing that you have enough money to support your parent or grandparent that you bring here is tied to the number of people that you have in your family as dependents already. So if you have children, or if you previously sponsored a spouse who is your dependent for at least 3 years after sponsorship, all these people count in showing your proof of funds. So that's one. Two, your proof of funds is tied to your tax return. It's not about showing that you have enough money in the bank today. It is tied to showing how much money you have shown in income over the last 3 years before showing an interest to sponsor on your tax return. So here are what the numbers are if you are, if you're responsible for only 2 people. So say, for instance, you have a child who is a minor, but you want to sponsor your mother. So that would be, you'll be responsible for 2 people. 2021, you have to show that it's not like a crazy amount of money, but the more people, the more money you got to show. So in 2021, you have to show that you made at least 32,898. In 2020, you have to show that you made at least 32,270. And 2019, you have to show that you made at least $41,007, right? And let's say it's 4 people. So you have maybe 2 kids, or you have 2 kids and you want to sponsor your 2 parents. 2021, $49,106. 2020, $48,167. 2019, $61,209. So this is the amount that you need to show on your tax return as income. So that's what makes this program not necessarily tricky. It's just something that you need to take into consideration over the last couple of years, especially with COVID being in 2020, COVID being in 2020. How did that affect your income, and how will that affect what you showed on your tax return? All of that stuff. So that's one of the biggest things that you need to take into consideration when submitting an interest to sponsor form, is making sure that your tax returns over the last 3 years were done. That's for sure. And 2, they met the requirements for this program. So once you meet the requirements for this program, you jump into the pool and you hope to get picked. I joined this pool back in 2020 and I did not get selected, and I submitted an interest to sponsor for both my mother and my father. However, at the time, I would have had two dependents, my child who was just born and a spouse that I sponsored back in 20 whatever the hell it was. However, now on October the 10th, 2023, they are going to open this program up to send 24,000. So they've increased the cap significantly. It used to be about 10,000 and sometimes it was 15,000. They've increased the cap to 24,000, I'm assuming to meet their immigration projections. And what they are doing is that they are going to send invitations to people who submitted interest to sponsor all the way back from 2020. So normally how it works, kind of like the lottery, you buy a lottery ticket, and when the lottery plays, once you don't get called, that ticket is no good anymore. This though, they're changing to make it that, okay, this year, if you bought a ticket, submitted interest to sponsor in 2020, we are going to still hold that application valid, and on between October 10th for about 2 weeks, they're going to be issuing out 24,000 invitations for anybody who submitted all the way from 2020, 2021, 2022, and to present. So technically, my ticket is still valid. My ticket is still in the pool, and I could potentially get an invitation to sponsor my parents. So am I going to do it? I don't know. Am I going to get an invitation? I don't know. Can I prove in 2020, 2019, I was on maternity leave, so that affects my tax return. So we are going to see how this plays out. It starts on October the 10th. They're going to be sending invitations out to 24,000 people. So if you're interested in this program, go check it out. If you already submitted an interest to sponsor and did not get previously selected, get that email that they have the confirmation number in and listen for your number. If this video was helpful to you, please give it a thumbs up wherever the like button is. I think it's over here. No. Subscribe, please stick around, share this video with anybody who you think it may be helpful to. Sign up for our summit. We're starting on Wednesday if you want to get more valuable information like this about your immigration journey and how you can come to Canada, be in Canada, live in Canada, and thrive in Canada. I look forward to serving you, and I look forward to seeing you at the summit and also in the next video.